So we're just coming into April. What I'm hoping is the peak of the roar. It's been a week since we were last out. We've managed to chop her in a gap in the weather right up into some beautiful country. But as you can see, it's starting to clag in already, so we've wasted no time and got a solid base camp set up. We may be here for a couple of days. The weather's pretty average to begin with, but it should clear and give us some good hunting opportunities.
It was a big day under the fly. We haven't killed anything this episode, except time.
Killing time.
I might be vegan, I think.
That's all good. Was it?
My stomach rumbling.
What, did it rumble?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to tell us.
Time for a coffee.
You sure it was your tummy?
Let's go for a look.
So we waited out the worst of the weather that just come through. We're going to push out now for a bit of an afternoon evening hunt, just sort of open up some country to do some glassing. Still pretty terrible with the wind. So a couple of years ago when you would have seen Gordy with me chasing stags, we managed to get his son Dart onto a real ripper. This time it's just us old boys, so it'll be one of us. See how we go.
How are we feeling about that fly, boys? It's all right?
Yeah.
If you're a regular viewer of the show, you'll no doubt have heard Anto on more than one occasion explain how deer hate being out and about in strong winds. Well, there's always an exception to the rule.
There's some deer there. I've got a couple. There's two hinds. There's two hinds over here. See those two bits of rock over here? Just a couple of hinds. Got them?
So we pushed up from camp to a bit of a ridge opening up a bit of a gully, off to a good start. We've seen two sets of two does. No stag with them, but having the bait is pretty awesome. We're not too sure how long the window's going to be, so we thought we'd get away from camp, do some glassing, at least know what the country's looking like. And with what we're seeing, it's going to provide.
It's reassuring seeing deer on their feet in these challenging conditions, but as the afternoon wears on, things soon deteriorate further, with strong squally wind and horizontal rain. However, pretty soon the weather is the last thing that's on the lads' minds, as a distant flicker of movement catches Gordy's eye.
I got a good bit of colour down here, mate. It's a long way off the binos, but see that watercourse running away from us? It's got a big rock at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Big rock.
The square one.
Yeah, go like 10 o'clock, maybe 15 yards.
Yeah, that looks like a deer. Straight across from us in that steep watercourse with the rock at the bottom. I'll just chuck the spotter on it. This is a proper big mature stag. This has got 7 on his left.
All right.
As long as he's got 2 antlers, man, this guy is a shooter.
Right, well, that's what we're here for, boys. Give me a look through that spotter, come on.
He's big. Good shit, Gordy.
He's sleeping or something, okay, bro?
It's 3:40. Oceans of time.
Oh, he's got hinds with him too, Gordy. He's got hinds below him. Can't count his points, but the side I counted, he had 7.
Does he look long?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of stag that when you see it, just straight away, you just go, yeah, this is a big mature stag. It's a bit of a no-brainer, particularly after when you see other stags and other trips where you're trying to work out their age and the scale of their antlers. When you see a big animal, you just know. It's a bit of a game of cat and mouse now though. Like, he's a long way away. He's probably 1.5 Ks, 2 Ks downhill, about 500, 600 metres. Got conditions worsening and we're coming into the end of the day, so we'll have to make a game plan pretty soon. He's got hinds below him, so he'll be sticking around. We've got a bit of a bad angle on assessing him properly from here. We know he's really decent size. We just can't count up the points and that on the other antler. But we're running out of time, so we're just going to drop some distance, then get the spotter back on him. But we can't waste time.
Just gonna go like that, aren't we?
Yeah.
See that little bump down there? We'll get a little bit of lay of the land from there, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I'd say so. Get a bit of a look, figure out what's going on. So we're just shaving off some distance. We're still quite a long way out. These big drops and these big stalks is what it's all about. You spend days and months looking for, years in fact, looking for big animals. So when you get the chance, you just got to put the effort in. It's exciting stuff.
We're okay here, aren't we?
Yeah, we can't see the rock.
Oh, this is just such easy travel.
Let's sort of stop. Let's just see what other eyes are around there. We know we've got those two.
Yeah.
But we'll just do a wee, because we'll be quite a bit closer now.
Oh yeah.
So we've dropped a couple hundred metres. Weather's still pretty average and the wind's kind of up our arse, but we're going to get to a position so we can figure out what's going on, make a plan.
He's still sitting down.
Down there, huh? Yeah.
We're right on the edge of, but this is nice travel. Are we just thinking this wind's just going like that anyway?
That's what I'm hoping.
We ain't going around the other way, are
No,
we?
there's no other option.
Sometimes you just need to play the hand you're dealt, so the fellas just need to keep their nerve despite the open country and rather shifty wind, and hope the cards fall in their favour.
Still bedded?
No, on his feet. Showing a wee bit of length in one there. What are you thinking, Anto?
He's got 4 on his left side at the top, 3 at the bottom. Pretty bloody good. He's got 4 on the top on his right side, so he's a real solid 13. Definitely the one for me.
Alright.
Shit. Is that him?
I thought I heard something too, Dave.
It was definitely a roar.
Maybe we better keep a wee eye out too. Just looking through some of this other stuff.
The presence of a second unseen stag in the area could easily derail the team's plans, so they're forced to take things extra slowly to avoid the chance of spooking any deer that may be currently out of sight.
We just take it real stealth, eh?
Yeah.
Like, let's just see if we get a shadow in a couple minutes, because
I've got time on his side. At the
much
moment.
harder to see when we're in that dull light, I reckon.
Still dropping ground. We're about maybe about a K away. There's a couple of hinds with him, so he's hopefully a wee bit preoccupied. One hind's feeding across to the right, and he's sort of in a similar spot to where he was. We're sort of running out of cover, that's the problem, so we're just trying to work out how we can close the gap without being seen. Wind's better.
Yeah, we just got to keep doing what we're doing, boys.
Yeah.
So far so good. The cards that have been dealt have all been in Anto and Gordy's favour, but the closer they get to crunch time, the greater the chances of being detected.
Once we're up here, it's game time, so just be real onto it. About 700.
Oh, we've got a deer we're kind of in view of, but it's not looking at us. It's a deer we haven't seen.
Can you see its head?
I think it's a spiker. Yep, it is. It won't take much, us moving in here, and we'll be out of sight of it. I see those hinds. You raise your head a little bit. You can actually see them. See those bigger rocks? I saw it just before, yeah. Just below those bigger rocks. Oh, look. See that big rock on the side of the creek? He's just behind.
Yeah, I can see him. Yeah, so that's the big stag. So we've refound the stag. He's still a wee bit out of range, so we're going to have to really be careful here.
It's make or break time now. The fellas slide along the damp tussock, trying to stay as low as possible until they're behind the cover of a small rise.
So we're just getting in position for a shot now. Once I get there on range, load up.
He's coming over.
The stag seems to be doing Anto a favour by cutting the distance between them. But there's a catch. The more he moves, the harder it is for Dave on the camera to line up a clear shot. For now, he's got him in frame.
He's moving. He stops, I'll give it to him.
Anto, hold fire. I've just lost him. He's just behind the tussock. Just give us a second. Yeah, no. I've got him in shot.
He's winded us. He's winded us. Anto, really. He's winded us.
Do a roar?
Brrr.
Yes! That was almost a up, boys.
We've been here before.
Perfect.
I had to wind right out to find him. He was starting to go. I reckon he had our wind.
Yeah. Oh,
I just shot him on 7 power, 420 yards. I can't believe that all just happened. Just the way we were able to stalk in actually was pretty good. And we had a nice gutter. And as I was set up, and all of a sudden the camera wasn't ready, I had to remove. And everything was looking good. And then all of a sudden it looked like he got our wind and he was actually starting to go. So I yelled out, give a roar. Boys roared. I had to wind the scope back. And he took the shot and it was a good one. Bit pumped because it all of a sudden went from being very calm to action stations. But I've seen stags when they get your wind just disappear. And this is a good looking stag. I'm pretty excited, as you can probably tell. Yeah, amazing start to the trip. Amazing start to the trip. Cheers, bud. Can't believe that. Oh, I actually don't believe it still right now. Spend so much time looking for these things and then you finally get the chance, big drop down. And then I don't know, he might have just been being a stag and moving, but to me it looked like he was
aware, man. He was aware.
The wind's literally in our face right now. We've had to roll dice, as you do whenever you're hunting. And we've beaten the weather. Almost got caught by the wind, but we've got a good stag down, so I'm keen to check him out. But we are going to have a massive climb back out.
We just got the hill to beat now. Back up there.
Sweet!
Gravy now.
I'm glad I went to the range the other day. Here he is up there. See some tips. Beautiful big stag. Epic. Wicked.
Well done, mate.
Like I said, it's a bit hard to believe until you're up close to them. He's what I was expecting, with 4 real strong points on each top, 3 on one lower and 2 on the other. So just a fantastic 13 pointer, and this guy's destined for my wall. It's what all the hard yards are for. It's why we leave animals to find animals. And yeah, to get one like this, particularly with the camera, it hasn't really sunk in, to be honest. You just spend so much time out doing this stuff. When you finally see what you're after, it actually doesn't seem real. But this guy's definitely real. He's in my hands, just epic. He's got a broken tine from scrapping, bit of character. Everything's really long. Like if he had that really long, he'd be even looking more impressive than he is right now. But like I say, I'm absolutely stoked with this. And here we go on my wall. Haven't got a good red mounted. This guy's pretty special up in this big country. The amount of time you've got from when you see them to when you get the opportunity to actually squeeze the trigger can be a long time. So that was a few hours ago on this guy. So you get quite excited by the time you get the chance to take the shot. Well, this is the part of the job which is quite enjoyable, taking the head skin and dealing to the animal. Feel victorious with the victory knife. Now it's time to put it to use. Well, rain's coming back in. Bit of a climb to do. I've just stripped off all my layers. All I've got on really is the knits, ice dry, and the new fast hunt. So it's going to be a hot one up there. Beauty of this scenario is, first day, given we're coming by helicopter, I've positioned the antlers, head skin, and a big pile of meat under a rock over here. And we'll either hunt our way back here and pick it up on our journey. We're not sure where we're going yet, or we'll come back and grab it in a helicopter.
Off we go.
Yeah, off we go.
Into it. Makes you wonder what else is around though.
Yeah, that's gravy, mate. That's awesome. I can't believe how that's gone.
Talk about plucking victory from the jaws of defeat. Like his giant chamois last series, Anto seems to have lady luck on his side. There's been a few poker analogies made already in this episode, but in this case, the entire house of cards very nearly came tumbling down. With the turn in the river, it was very nearly a flop, but Gordy's call managed to hold him, and Anto refused to fold under the pressure, dealing a straight and jackpot. The fellas can now braise the stakes back at camp over the coming days, and you can bet your bottom dollar on that.
Well, made it back to camp. A bit of rain started coming in, but it wasn't too bad. We're under the stealth fly now. Feeling dry, feeling pretty warm, just about to cook a feed. Been a hell of a day. Didn't even really think we were going to get much of a hunt in today, and all of a sudden it was all on. Bit of drama right at the very end with the stag smelling us, but yeah, made the shot count, so I'm pretty stoked. Have been wondering how the boys have been going, but I just got an in-reach from Dre, who's up in the North Island, and understand that Marty's got a stag down. Not necessarily the big donk that we've got, but a good stag.
Any stag will do.
yeah, real successful when both of us have got in.
No April Fools here.
No April Fools, 1st of April, and yeah, we're smiling.
Experience the thrill of the chase with the Hunters Club. Seasons 1 through 5 are streaming now. 50 episodes filled with jaw-dropping moments. And over 35 hours of pure hunting action. Featuring hunts for wild deer, tahr, boars, bull elk, waterfowl and so much more. Streaming to all your favourite devices for just one price. Now that's a lot of bang for your buck.